Lastly, Bitcoin, guys. Let's touch on Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin, good move today on Bitcoin. The door, again, like I said in the game plan this morning, has been reopened. We are going to close above the 200 moving average. The question is,
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, let's talk about Bitcoin and more.
if we look at NVIDIA, guys, it's barely positive. This was up $3 at one point, over $3 early in the day. It's only ending the day up 50 cents. Now, after hours, we have Costco earnings. Costco earnings after hours today. That'll be very interesting, not because Costco is a market mover, but because it will tell us about that kind of wholesale consumer. Is the wholesale consumer that goes to a Costco, are they cutting back at all on their spending? And that will be something important. And if we bring up the chart here, I'm slightly bearish on it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am slightly bearish going into earnings. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, by the way. But nonetheless, if you look at this chart, to me at least, it looks to me to be more of a bearish potential breakdown here. So again, just something to kind of keep an eye on here as we go through. I'll watch very, very closely. And again, we'll watch and see where it goes. All right. So Costco reports, I think 4:15 today. So it'll be after trading the close. But nonetheless, I will keep my eyes on it. Now, I brought this up this morning, and I got to bring this up again, guys. If the economy is that great, right? If the economy is amazing and China's stimulating and their economy is going to go nuts and get so strong and the U.S. isn't going to have a recession, why on earth is oil tanking like this? I mean, we're basically at lows that we haven't seen except for the low from about a month ago since early 2023, right? So something is amiss here, and I do think that we want to keep an eye on this to just kind of be aware that this is a signal. This would be like a yellow flag being waved to me, like a caution flag. All right, you have copper today having a good move, by the way, with Smart Money Commodities members. I shorted some copper today. Look at the level. I've talked about this level with you guys. Look at that level right there on copper. So I expect it to pull back here on the charts. So again, keep an eye on that. But again, oil, something is amiss with oil, and I think we just want to be aware of that. And there's the closing bell. The stock market has closed at this point, and we'll continue to monitor. Now, China stocks, guys, take a look at PDD today. I think PDD is a short going into tomorrow. Look at this trend line right here. You take your low from May 2023 connected to this low, and look at what we hit today right up into that level. Incredible 13.5% gain. And what's even more astounding is this stock just from the mid-month, so less than basically 2 weeks, from low to high, 44% gain. Incredible move on Pinduoduo. With members, I had Baidu. We took profits on that today. I had to take profits there. Just such a massive move. And those trades obviously are for Smart Money stocks and ETF members. But incredible move there. All right.
Bitcoin surged 8.2% in the week leading up to September 25, but failed to hold above $64,500. Weak economic data, fears of a stock market correction, and uncertainty around the U.S. presidential election are contributing to investor caution. U.S. new home sales fell 4.6% in August, marking the longest price decline since 2009. China's $142 billion credit stimulus hasn't eased fears of a worsening economic slowdown, causing investors to be wary of high-risk assets like Bitcoin. Warren Buffett's $8.9 billion reduction in Bank of America shares has spooked markets, raising concerns of a potential stock market correction. Bitcoin traders are cautious about how a stock decline could impact cryptocurrency prices. With the upcoming U.S. presidential election, Bitcoin investors are closely watching the candidates' crypto policies. Concerns about continued regulatory pressure under Kamala Harris are causing market hesitancy, while some bulls hope Donald Trump's support for Bitcoin will boost the market. Bitcoin's failure to break $64,500 is due to broader economic uncertainties and political factors. Traders are adopting a cautious stance, with derivatives markets reflecting a lack of bullish sentiment. Ethereum has seen a recent price surge but faces a critical test with the upcoming $2.8 billion options expiry on September 27. Bulls are trying to push Ethereum above $2,700 to maintain momentum, but bears may gain the upper hand if the price remains below key levels.
Gold today, not really a lot of movement on gold, but don't forget we have the PCE data tomorrow morning at 8:30. That will impact the US dollar, which by default will then impact gold and silver. So gold was up a little bit on the day today, continuing to hover around my 2660 target. We'll find out in the next couple days if that target is a target where we pull back from, or do we just continue to blow through that level and keep rising up towards 3,000. If we look at silver, this is an interesting one. So silver, I had kind of extrapolated that I expected us to hit this double top here. Notice how price went above it on an intraday basis. That's very common because what happens is what shorts do here, and I'm just going to talk about the general public, doesn't mean everyone, but when you have short traders in this, what they do is they say, okay, as long as it doesn't breach the high, they're going to remain short. So they put their stop right there. So inevitably, you know what the markets are going to do, right? They're going to stop these guys out. And so they run it up, they run the stops by piercing it, and then they reverse it, right? So again, that's classic trading methodology of understanding inner workings of markets. Now, my expectation, again, and this is just based on probability, doesn't mean it will happen. It's just the most likely outcome. We did hit this level today, so we can erase that arrow. Now we should pull back here, and then we should have our next big move to the upside on silver. Natural gas today, guys. You guys know I've talked about my short on natural gas. I am now in the money on my short on natural gas. So again, very nice to see that. Not deep in the money, but just a little bit, because remember, we started a short here. I added right up here. And so the dollar cost average brings us right back into that level there. So again, very interesting price action today. Other than that, really the big movers, Micron, NVIDIA, we talked about NVIDIA. Apple didn't do a whole lot today. I thought Apple was kind of on the weaker side, just did end positive on the day, but not robustly higher. But the most important thing to me is this. Interestingly enough, they had a chance to close us above this line today and really send this market to 6,000 on the S&P. They closed it below. Now, it could close tomorrow on a Friday above that level. We'll have to watch and see. But it just is interesting to monitor that high pivot and where we close. Lastly, Bitcoin, guys. Let's touch on Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin, good move today on Bitcoin. The door, again, like I said in the game plan this morning, has been reopened. We are going to close above the 200 moving average. The question is, can the bulls take control and push this thing to that $68,000 target? I would say this is the last chance for the bulls, meaning that if but tomorrow we talk about how it closes back below again, that would be a second failure in a row and probably make the bears more confident and in many ways potentially break the will of the bulls. So tomorrow is unbelievably important for Bitcoin. It needs to hold the 200, ideally continuing up, and then it should shoot up to 68,000 right here.
Ethereum has gained 15.1% since mid-September, currently trading above $2,600. This rise has been fueled by macroeconomic factors, but sustaining above this level remains a challenge as options expiry approaches. A recent cut in Federal Reserve interest rates has shifted market sentiment, pushing investors toward cryptocurrencies like Ethereum as they seek alternatives to traditional assets. The options market is heavily weighted, with $1.47 billion in call options targeting $2,700 or higher. However, bears could still win if Ethereum remains below this level by September 27. The rise in Ethereum transactions has pushed fees up significantly, while the growing supply of Ethereum, alongside competition from lower-cost platforms, could cap price gains. If Ethereum stays between $2,600 and $2,700, call options gain a modest advantage. Below $2,600, bears would lock in gains, potentially shifting momentum. Ethereum bulls need to push above $2,700 by September 27 to secure a stronger position, but bearish pressure remains, especially with the $2,600 support level being tested frequently. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.